If you haven't been to East Chicago or Hammond, Indiana, you got to stop by because there's a lot going on. And I'm here with Sean Kingston, who is the media liaison for the Lakeshore Chamber. And there's a lot going on over here. For example, tonight at the Dynasty Ballrooms in Hammond, Indiana, we have the annual ball, is it?
Yes, it's the Lakeshore Annual Balls.
Okay.
Basically, we're awarding the business person, the business leaders, and recognizing them for their efforts. And we're also recognizing the teachers, the police, the firemen, and outstanding people who in their communities are recognized for what they do and well-deserved awards.
So it's a real nice way for the chamber to reach out with the chamber and the businesses into the community and say, hey, thanks for your service, thanks for your support, thanks for keeping the community going as good as it is. Can you fill us in on what exactly is the Lakeshore Chamber of Commerce?
Well, it started out with the Hammond Chamber of Commerce, and then in 2001 we merged with East Chicago. East Chicago, it was pretty much kind of in a downward spiral. So we decided to merge the two and unite as one, hopefully turn around East Chicago, kind of how Hammond is now turning around.
You know, and being in the north part of Lake County, being the major cities of Lake County, you have a lot of major industries to your small mom and pop businesses.
Oh, definitely. We have some major industries that they're huge, involving in the chamber. They do a lot with the chamber, which the chamber basically is to promote the economic and civil and industrial businesses and show what they do.
And on occasions like this, reach out to the community and say thanks again. Sean, I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We're here at the annual ball where the Lakeshore Chamber of Commerce is taking place at the Dynasty Banquet Halls in Hammond. What took place here tonight?
Well, it's just a great event. The East Chicago and Hammond Chambers merged in 2000, and it's really a good cooperative effort. The cities, both from a business standpoint and a political standpoint, are working very closely together for the benefit of all business and residents in these two communities. Well, there's been a lot of changes over the past 10 years, roughly. There's a lot of new streets here in the city of Hammond. We're rebuilding our infrastructure and our parks. We've got a new recreational area in Lost Marsh and Robertsdale with a 18-hole golf course to open this year and a 9-hole youth course which opened in 2000. Additionally, downtown is flourishing once again, the city of Hammond, certainly differently than it was before, as people remember, but we are focusing around arts and technology, and people are coming back to downtown. And not to mention, we've got a new Hessville Community Center, a large recreational building that's going to be opening up this year as well, indoor soccer, and a lot of other things. So those are just really a few of many, many more opportunities here in the city of Hammond.
And again, it can all be done with the fine people and residents and community leaders such as we're presented with awards today in the city of Hammond. You got to check out the city of Hammond. Lots going on. Mayor, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm here with the Policeman of the Year for the city of Hammond, and it is
Stephen Gujor.
Gujor, and he is a sergeant, I believe?
Yes, I am.
Now, got a quick question. You're rewarded the Policeman of the Year. When you're a little kid and you want to be a policeman, it's kind of an honor to be recognized as such for the year. How do you feel?
I'm overwhelmed by it, and I'm honored to receive this award. And I should say my fellow officers and my chief basically nominated me for this award, and I'm grateful for that.
Now, what were some of the circumstances that may have been criteria for you receiving this award?
I'd probably just say for doing my job. You know, I responded to a call, and I apprehended a bank robber, and they felt that was outstanding duty, and I was off duty when I responded there, and they felt that that was honorable, and it showed professionalism in doing it.
Yeah, you know, people know it, especially after 9/11 and so forth. We seem to more and more recognize our public servants like police and fire and EMTs and so forth. And this is another example here in Northwest Indiana of the business community and the chamber reaching out and saying thanks, you know, thanks for doing the job that you do. Especially police officers, they lay it on the line every day. And it could be a quiet day, then all of a sudden you get a call, and who knows, you're in that situation where you have to make a major decision, whether you pull your weapon out or, you know, you have to do whatever you have your training to say protect the community. And so how long have you been a police officer?
11 years. The technology has changed a lot. The camaraderie of coming together with other departments, working together hand in hand, not just being Hammond PD working alone. We work with other departments to fight crime throughout Northwest Indiana. Also, the brotherhood between other firefighters also. We work hand in hand when there is a fire now in that, and also with equipment. We're all trying to be a big brotherhood for the community.
Now, when there's an emergency, the phone rings, 911. Many a times it's somebody who needs someone else of specialty that needs to be there like that. And here I'm with the paramedic of the year for the city of Hammond, Rob Dowling. And now, Rob, were there any certain circumstances that occurred that might have made you the honoree?
Well, I understand there was a few calls that I was on where we contributed to the community in a great way, and I think that a lot of the chiefs on our department saw that, and they recommended me for paramedic of the year.
So, there are many people who are on your staff that, they do their job, and their job is to save people's lives and so forth, or save them from a situation they may have been in. How long have you been a paramedic?
I've been a paramedic approximately 7 years, and an EMT 5 years before that.
Is there a difference between an EMT and a paramedic, just so people might know?
Absolutely. An emergency medical technician, their primary responsibility is first aid, CPR, whereas with a paramedic, we can administer advanced defibrillation in the field, give drugs, administer advanced airways, things of that sort.
Now, in the last 7 years, have there been any technological advancements that help you do your job better?
Well, I believe so. There's a lot more drugs that are more available to us to use. There's a lot more procedures that we're able to use in the field now, whereas in the past we weren't able to.
For people out there that would like to be a paramedic, what kind of advice and what do they have to do to become a paramedic?
Well, you have to be an EMT first. You go to EMT school for approximately 6 weeks, and you can go straight to paramedic school after that. Paramedic school is approximately 2 to 2.5 years, but I would recommend to anybody that you get your skills down BLS-wise, that's basic life support-wise, as an EMT first for at least a year, and then go to paramedic school. That way, through your course of study, you can apply what you've learned in the field to what you're learning in the actual course as a paramedic. One thing I would also like to say is that those communities that don't have paramedics, I strongly encourage you to go to your town councils and suggest that you do get an ALS service for your towns.
And partly, I think the reason is that is because of time and so forth.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people have the misconception that, we live 5 blocks from the hospital, blah, blah, blah. But you have to understand that it takes 5 minutes for brain damage to occur. And the quicker that a paramedic can arrive at your home and administer those life-saving techniques, the better. So I would definitely suggest any community out there to get paramedics.
Well, here's truly a genuine lifesaver, and we want to thank you again for your contributions to the community.
Okay, well,
thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, one of the members here with the Lakeshore Chamber is presented annually as a Business of the Year, and we have a representative from Safety Clean Oil Recovery, Mr. Mike Ebert. Now, how do you feel to be honored as the Business of the Year?
I feel quite fortunate. I think it's a great thing the Chamber does to recognize not only area businesses, but the firefighters, the police, the teachers, and support the community in that sense.
What special criteria were involved in Safety Clean being awarded Business of the Year?
Honestly, I don't know. I know we've been very active in the community over the years. This past year, we built an addition onto our facility. Added new jobs, 17 new jobs at the facility. Another business started up in Hammond that blends the oil we make, and there's 15 jobs created there. So I think we've made a pretty strong contribution to the region in the last year.
Now, for those who aren't familiar, what exactly does Safety Clean do for a business?
We take in used oil from all over the country, California, Florida, New England, Washington. Bring the used oil in, we re-refine it. The product we produce is the same as oil that comes out of the ground, and that is used in cars, for example. All of the Indiana State Police, the City of Hammond vehicles, East Chicago vehicles use our motor oil. The IHB trains that you see use our engine oil. CTA buses, post office. So the oil we produce is the same quality as the original oil.
And you know what, is that because of recycling?
That's correct.
Go ahead.
All the oil we make is 100% recycled. We recycle over 100 million gallons a year, and last year we recycled our 1 billionth gallon of oil.
It's my privilege to introduce Sue Gombis, who is the Teacher of the Year Award for the City of East Chicago. Am I correct?
Thank you, yes. Well, we try anything that we can. I mean, we try lots of non-traditional approaches, projects, things that will expand the kids' horizons, kind of let them see more in the world and make connections and then bring it all back together in a positive way.
You know, and let's talk in this terms. There are so many challenges for kids to learn in the classroom. There's so many different temptations today than there were 20, 30, 40 years ago. You have television, you have PlayStation, you have internet, movies, Rockstar, things of that nature. How are you able to get children to listen in the classroom?
That's very difficult to do, but so what we try and do is just plan ways to excite them and inspire them and motivate them so that they want to listen. So it's kind of our job to bring them something that will get their attention and get their respect. And when they love what they're hearing, they pay attention.
Yeah, very interesting. And then it was said that in your area and where you're teaching, East Chicago, Hammond, some of the urban areas that have been decimated by the economy, flights to the suburbs, it makes it a little bit more tougher to you as well to teach. Am I correct?
Well, it makes it tough, but it also makes it way more motivating and fulfilling. So we get as much joy out of it as the children do.
What does this reward mean to you?
I'm embarrassed to take it because every teacher in East Chicago works just as hard as me. So,
what kind of advice would you give children, people out there who want to learn a little bit more about taking their education further, taking it seriously? What can education do for them?
Oh, absolutely anything. I tell my little second graders every day that if they do what they need to do, they can be president, they can be anything they want to be. So it just opens up the future, and we try and tell them that all the time.
You've had the Policeman of the Year, you've had the EMT of the Year, you've had the Teacher of the Year, you've had the Paramedic of the Year, and we also are honored to have the Fireman of the Year for the City of Hammond, Wayne Hargrove. What does this award mean to you?
Oh, it's a great honor to receive this award, but it's all about the whole fire department. It's not just one guy. It's very honored, though. Oh, it's been a love affair from day one for me. It's never been a job.
What is your most favorite part of being a fireman?
Going to a fire.
And then from there, what rewards do you see once you're at a fire?
Oh, the teamwork, working with the guys, and the relationships you develop with all the fellows over the years. You become really close. It's a real family.
It's my privilege to introduce to you Mr. Luxus, who is the owner of Dynasty Banquets and many of the other businesses that are here located right around the North Hammond area. Now, Mr. Luxus, how long have you been in business in Hammond?
I've been in business in Hammond for 44 years.
How did you start, for people who want to know?
I started with a little grocery store on the corner of Holman and Goslin Streets. It was 2,500 square feet, and I was doing either $92 on weekdays sales to $156 a day on Sunday. That's how I got started.
And today, can you name off some of the businesses you have?
Right now, we own, of course, these beautiful Dynasty Banquets, the Ramada Hotel, the Janelle's Restaurant, the Olympia Lanes across the street, and some other small things that I don't have time to mention.
Right. Well, you got a little bit of everything. Some entertainment, bowling, some restaurant. You got, even if you want to stay in town, you have the hotel, I believe you have the hotel, and the Dynasty Banquets. I mean, this is an American dream right here come true.
American dream come true. But I just want to say that I got this award tonight because supposedly I spent $1,200,000. I wouldn't be able to do it if it was not for my customers and all my loyal employees that I have working for me, along with my family. I appreciate everybody's effort for it. Thank you.
Can't say that any better than that. Mr. Luxus, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Nick.
Okay, Faristad.